a comprehensive look at trends, fund profiles, and more in Exploring ETFs.
Hi everyone, welcome to Exploring ETFs. I'm Neena Mishra, and today we are talking about Bitcoin and blockchain ETFs. So Bitcoin is soaring this year, and today it crossed $19,000. And with that, it is up about 170% year to date, and it is now just slightly below its all-time high of 19,783 reached in December of 2017. Now, there are a number of reasons why Bitcoin has been soaring, and I think the main reason is this unprecedented monetary and fiscal stimulus unleashed by central banks and governments around the world in response to the pandemic. And so while unlimited money supply, money printing is possible, Bitcoin has a limited supply, so it can act as a digital store of value, digital inflation hedge. Another reason why Bitcoin has soared this year is that its widespread adoption. Many well-known billionaire investors like Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, they have talked about Bitcoin. They have started investing in Bitcoin. And then PayPal recently announced the launch of a new service, which basically enables its 200 million plus US users to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency in their PayPal account. And this is really easy. I've tried that. And Square's Cash app also allows that. And in fact, CNBC reported today that Square and PayPal have been buying a lot of Bitcoin for their users. But if you are interested in Bitcoin, you should remember that it is very volatile. There are risks associated with investing in Bitcoin. So you should limit your investment according to your risk tolerance. So I hold some Bitcoin. It's less than 1% of my portfolio value. And I think 1 to 3%, depending on your risk tolerance, makes sense. And you should also remember that Bitcoin goes through these boom bust cycles. So in 2017, it had soared, then it was down for almost 2 years, more than 2 years. And in fact, in March this year, it was trading near $3,800. And unlike any real currencies, these cryptocurrencies do not have any central bank backing. And also, there have been many instances of hackers stealing Bitcoin. So those are the risks associated with Bitcoin that investors should be aware of. Now, there is no Bitcoin ETF as of now. GBTC, which we will be talking about in a bit, is not an ETF, but it is close to an ETF. So that is why many investors look at GBTC when they want to, gain exposure to Bitcoin. But there are many blockchain ETFs available to investors, and blockchain is the technology which underpins cryptocurrencies. And those two of those blockchain ETFs, which are quite popular, they have done really well this year. So we will be talking a bit about them too. So let's start with GBTC. So GBTC, or Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which I mentioned, is not an ETF. It doesn't trade on exchanges like ETFs, but it is publicly quoted over the counter. The main advantage with GBTC is that it is eligible for certain tax advantage accounts like IRA, and this is very popular with investors. Has over 9.7 billion in assets. And the main problem that I have with GBTC is that it charges a fee of 2%, which is very high by ETF standards. And another problem is that for for retail investors, trades at a premium to NAV. Institutional investors can buy GBTC at the NAV. Now, if you want to learn more about GBTC, you can go to the quote page on Zacks.com. I did a podcast with GBTC's managing director. You can listen to that. It's very interesting. And then you can go to the external homepage. Now, before that, I wanted to show you that Bitcoin is trading 19,400 or something like that. But you see that this is trading at 2387, so about 25% premium to NAV, and that is mainly because it is not an ETF, so it doesn't have those creation redemption mechanism that ETFs enjoy, and that is why ETFs always trade very close to their NAVs, most of the ETFs. Now, it is possible that it may continue to trade at these NAVs till you hold it, but it is also possible that this premium crashes, and if you sell, you lose just because the premium has come down, even if the Bitcoin may not have come down in its value. Anyway, you can go to the external homepage. Grayscale has a lot of research material. And it is a good product, so you can learn more about it if you want to hold in your IRA. You can also see here that it mentions how much Bitcoin per share it holds. So it's not 0.001, but it is 0.095 because of the premium that it trades at because of demand and supply imbalance in the market. Now, the two blockchain ETFs that I want to talk about, as I mentioned, it is the technology that underpins Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies, and this is relatively new, but it has many applications, many interesting applications, and a wider adoption of this technology would, has the potential to change the world, they say. So there are four blockchain ETFs. The one that I'm talking about are Block and BLCN, because the other two are rather small and they have also significantly underperformed Block and BLCN. So let's first take a look at Amplify blockchain ETF, ticker symbol BLOK. And this and BLCN were the first blockchain ETF, so they managed to gather assets. This one has about 172 million in assets. It is an actively managed ETF. Charges 70 basis points. To learn more, you can go to the quote page on Zacks.com. And from there, the external home page, as I said, it is actively managed. And if you look at the holdings, the companies which are actively involved in development or utilization of blockchain technology are among the top holdings: Square, PayPal, and other holdings you see over there. And the last one we are talking about is by Reality Shares. Reality Shares Nasdaq Next Gen Economy ETF, BLCN. It holds companies that are involved in developing, researching, or using blockchain technology. This follows a proprietary weighting scheme. This is index tracking, not actively managed, has 147 million in assets, and is slightly cheaper with 68 basis points. Again, you can go to the quote page, and I did talk to the provider for the CTF2, so you can listen to the podcast. You can go to the external home page and look at the details, and also top holdings in the ETF. You will see Galaxy Digital, Square, PayPal, JD.com, Microsoft to Accenture. Those are the companies that are making use of these technologies. Now, on the last slide, I have the relative performance versus the S&P 500, and you will see that GBTC has surged over 170%. The two blockchain ETFs are up between 50 to 53%, whereas the S&P 500 is up about 12% year to date. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out Zacks.com/ promo for an interesting offer. And also make sure to subscribe to our videos so that you do not miss any episode. And I'll see you next week.